Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Don't mind the half done makeup look. So far all I have is foundation on my face because we're trying some higher end products that are new to me. Blush from Clinique, we have a highlighter from Benefit, we have a concealer from CharlotteTilbury, a lipstick from MAC, and an eyeshadow from Merit Beauty. So if you guys would like to see what I think of the products in the thumbnail, then just keep watching. First off is the Charlotte concealer. I originally had a sample of this, I think in shade 10, which was like dark. And yes, my foundation is very light. So I purchased this one in 6.5 medium. I'm hoping that it'll work. If not, I'll just add some white concealer to it. But the claims on this one is dark circles appear reduced by 40% in 28 days. Skin looks smoother and more radiant. It boosts hydration, hyaluronic acid, and golden vitamin C collagen and niacinamide. Conceals, corrects, brightens, and lifts the look of the skin. 16-hour wear, medium buildable coverage. So I have tried this before. I know I loved the formula, but I'm curious if this color will work. It looks like it'll work. And I don't want to apply too much because last time I applied too much and it looked too thick. So I'm just going to start with like a little dab there, a little dab here and here. And I'll try both a damp sponge and my finger. This is the sponge by Makeup Eraser, which is a machine washable sponge, which I'm testing out. So let's try sponge on this side. It's a little bit yellow, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of the LA Girl Pro Conceal just to lighten it a little bit. And then this side with the finger. So with this one, I feel like less is more. You don't need to layer it on. It's a very thick formula and it already feels like it's setting down, which is really nice. So I do like the formula of this a lot. I just wish I had picked the correct shade, but when mixing these two together, it does do the trick. I'm gonna hop off and apply a little bit of bronzer, and then we will add some blush and highlight to the mix. Okay, I applied a little bit of the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer just to give my face a little bit more color so I didn't look super pale. So next, I'd like to try the Clinique Cheek Pop in Nude Pop, and I think I have like one of their other shades. It's like a rosy tone one, but this one was just calling my name. It's just like a nude, matches everything kind of color. I just love the little design on these. It's just so cute. Ooh. That's the color right there. I'm not sure if you can even see it, but it looks like a perfect shade for what I'm looking for. It's like a hint of sheen and a kiss of color. So let's zoom in so you can see it on the cheeks as I'm applying it. I'm just using my Sonia Kashuk blush brush. This is the best blush brush. I haven't found one better. I've tried, I've looked, I've searched. It's like the perfect little kiss of color. It's not overwhelming and it does have like a slight sheen. So no blush on this side and then just a kiss of color. This one can definitely be worn all over the face, like bronzer topper, over the bridge of the nose, like everywhere. So I like that. So next let's move on to a highlight I have not tried from Benefit. I think I tried their, was it Cookie highlight? This is Dandelion Twinkle, which I believe is one of like their famous ones. And it looks like it'll be a gorgeous shade, so I am very excited about that. All right, it's like light. It's not as finely milled as the Tom Ford one that I've been loving lately. But I get the feeling you could get the same result if you spray the face. So I'm just gonna use the Benefit Professional Super Setter and give this face a couple spritzes. And then dust on just a little bit more. Yeah, the spray definitely helps melt everything together. I would say it does accentuate texture just a bit, but perhaps, here's my trick. What I like to do is I like to take like a glowy setting spray, something like this from Lumine, and I will spray my sponge. And then I'll just press it on the areas that I want a little extra smooth and a little extra glow. And not only does it help to kind of melt everything together, it also provides some longevity because it's a setting spray. So that is blush and highlight. Next we have a cream shadow and a lipstick, and I'm curious to try the lipstick. This is one I purchased from MAC. It's the Love Me lipstick in Laissez Faire. So I purchased this one because I've been really enjoying this one from MAC, which was part of their holiday collection last year. This one is I've Been Naughty. And this one's like a beautiful kind of cool mauve tone. And I just loved the tone of it so much that I picked up this one. So let's see how similar they are. This must have been part of one of their limited edition collections. It's got like a black and purple ombre cap. I think this one's, yeah, this one's a bit more opaque. This one's more on the sheer side, and this one has a bit more mauve to it. This one's a bit more of like a brown tone. So let's see what it looks like on the lips and if we need a lip liner. I love that smell. I think that's beautiful. This one might have to go in my purse. Yeah, I love that. It's like a perfect tone for me. I would say it's like a fall berry pink. I don't know, there's a touch of coolness to it, which I really enjoy. So I like that. And then finally, we have a new product from Merit Beauty. This is their Solo Shadow, and then I also picked up their eyeshadow brush to go with it. For a sheer wash of color, swipe once across the eyelid. Layer for added depth. Blend using brush number 2 or your finger. When finished, screw on the cap and click tight to close. So it's meant to be used with the brush, so I'm glad I picked up the brush as well. And I have the shade Vachetta, which I believe was like a brownish taupey shade. Okay, so this one's like a warm brown. So we've got like the cool lipstick, the kind of warm cheeks, and then the warm brown shadow. So let me pull this shadow brush out and we'll give it a try. So the brush is double-sided. It's got more of like a blending brush side and then more of like a detail brush side, if you can see that. Now I see why they said click the lid on, because it rattles around and then you have to click it shut so there's not rattling anymore. So if you just do it lightly, it's not fully airtight. So it is good that they mentioned that. So that's what the product looks like before I dip into it. I think I'm going to start off with the larger brush, and then maybe we'll see if we can get more intense color along the lash line with this detail one. I just kind of blended it up and out like I would a crease shade. And then I think I'm going to see if I can deepen it up on the lid. Okay, so it applied really easily. I don't think I can deepen it up anymore, but I will try. Not so much. I would say that the color you get is the color you get. You're not really going to get much deeper than that. So from the pot to the eye, I would say it's a pretty consistent color. I feel like it's pulling a little bit more olivey on my skin tone than warm. Like here it looks like a warm bronzery shade, and on the eye it looks a little bit more like olivey gray tone brown. And then just for curiosity, I'm going to try applying it with my finger on the other side. I would say it's applying pretty similarly between applying it with fingers and applying it with their specialized brush. So I don't think you need the brush per se, but I think I will apply a little bit of this to the lower lash line with the tiny brush just because it's smaller. And then when finished, close securely. Click. So I think that's it for the high-end products that were new to me today. So quick rundown. Really love this. I did not set, but it is settling into lines a little bit. So I feel like this should be maybe tapped out a bit. Otherwise, the under eye concealer did set down, which is really nice. So no powdering needed, which is great as you get a little older. Less powder is a good thing. The blush is a nice neutrally shade. I feel like I could use a little bit more. I also really like this shade. The Dandelion Twinkle is pretty, but I'm not sure that it's my favorite. It just might be a little bit, I might just emphasize texture a little bit too much. So I prefer something a little less sparkly, a little bit more sheeny. The lipstick is beautiful. I can definitely see this becoming a favorite quickly. And this shadow, I would say, is a good base for me. I don't think that I would just wear this color on its own, but I could definitely see topping it with one of the Denona like sparkly shades from the I Need a Nude palette, especially this one, Sheen. Like, that's beautiful. So nice formula, very blendable, very easy to apply, very user-friendly. If I could, I'd probably go back and get something slightly cooler. But this is nice. I like it. So great formula. So all in all, I would say it was a pretty successful first impressions try on for me. These are not necessarily all new to the market. I know that the Merit Shadow definitely is. The other ones might have been around for a little while, but they're new to me. So I hope you guys found this try on video helpful. If you did enjoy this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.